Welcome to my playoff game of the SPL Pokemon Draft League. My team, the LA Wakers, is taking on CBad, coach of the Detroit Steel Wings. I'll be giving you all a quick breakdown of my team, why I chose these Pokemon, and the Wi-Fi battle will follow. But first, if you're excited about the Pokemon Draft League content, make sure you let me know by leaving a like and subscribe if you're new. CBad's team is incredibly threatening. He has the two banned Pokemon, Iron Bundle and Ogerpon Hearthflame, both Donphan and Cresselia to take hits, a Hydreigon to dish them out, as well as Pincurchin to set up electric terrain for one of his Tera captains, Alolan Raichu, which can terastallize into an electric, fairy, or grass type. His Persian can terastallize into a normal, dark, or fairy type, and his Hisuian Quillfish can terastallize into a poison, water, or bug type. I wanted something that could check Ogerpon Hearthflame, which is why I'm bringing Choice Scarf over Quill. With my HP EVs and Intimidate, I'm not 2-hit KO by Ivy Cudgel, and I can knock out Ogerpon with Poison Jab, which I do outspeed, as well as a modest Iron Bundle. Crunch helps me deal with Cresselia, and Toxic lets me beat a Calm Mind Stored Power set. Lastly, I went with Self-Destruct, just in case Donphan tries to Rapid Spin on me. Next up, I have Assault Vest Thunderous Therian, which is EV to take a modest Choice Specs Ice Beam from Iron Bundle and KO it back with Discharge, while also hitting Ogerpon for super effective damage with Sludge Bomb and Grass Knot to 2-hit KO Donphan. U-Turn gives me a momentum move, but also lets me hit Hydreigon and Alolan Raichu for super effective damage. Next, I have Choice Specs Timid Dragapult to outspeed my opponent's entire team. If my opponent doesn't bring Klefki, clicking Draco Meteor and Dragon Pulse are absolutely free, whereas Shadow Ball helps me deal with Cresselia. I'm using Infiltrator as my ability just in case my opponent wants to bring dual screens, and U-Turn lets me get on out of there on bad matchups. My next Pokemon is Light Clay Azelf to set up Reflect and Light Screen, with Stealth Rock that help me pressure Ogerpon Hearthflame, and also Iron Bundle if it's not running heavy duty boots. I'm EV to take one Choice Specs Ice Beam from Iron Bundle and have a 50% chance to live a Dark Pulse from Scarf Hydreigon. Lastly, I wanted Explosion to once again block Rapid Spin from Donphan, but also get off a pretty hard hit on something like Alolan Raichu, Iron Bundle, or Ogerpon Hearthflame. With dual screens we need setup, which is why we have Swords Dance Quaquaval, with Aqua Step to boost my speed, and Brick Break to get rid of screens. My final move is Fling Big Nugget, which can get rid of Cresselia if rocks are up, and sometimes even without, as it becomes a 130 base power dark move. I'm EV to take a Power Whip from Ogerpon under Reflect, and I can outspeed Jolly Ogerpon that's only speed creeping Thunderous Therian. And my final Pokemon is my Tera captain, Tera Electric Torterra, which is EV to not be 2-hit KO by Ivy Cudgel from Ogerpon after terastallizing. I'm running both Iron Defense and Amnesia because this is also my check to Alolan Raichu and can actually solo CBad's entire team under the right conditions, as Body Press is my last move, which is boosted by Iron Defense. And because of Shell Armor, nothing on CBad's team can crit me outside of Ogerpon because of Mold Breaker. And my special defensive Vs mean I'm not 2-hit KO by a Choice Specs Hydro Pump from Iron Bundle after I go for Amnesia. Lastly, we have Synthesis just for longevity. So that's my team for playoffs of the SPL Pokemon Draft League. Like I said before, if you do enjoy the Pokemon Draft League content, make sure you let me know by leaving a like and consider subscribing. My end of next year goal is 500,000 subscribers, and you can help me get there. And also, please check out my opponent CBad. His content's amazing, he's a great friend, he hasn't played draft in years and made it to playoffs on his first time back. Lastly, just a big shout out to Amo, Owen, Zazo, MV, Tone, and Maverick Shooters for all the help this week. I've held you up long enough, so let's get right into the battle. Alright, so playoffs of SPL are here, and I have my boy CBad. Like I said, if you guys do enjoy the Draft League content, make sure you let me know by leaving a like and sub to the channel, as I'm on my way to 500,000 subs. That's my end of the 2024 year goal. We're almost to 2024, but I got, we got some time before I hopefully hit that goal. But a lot of great Pokemon on that team. I'm just going to lead off with my Assault Vest Thunderous. Thunderous, fun fact, is like 0-3 in games I've brought it. It's been good in games, but I've lost all the games I brought it to this season. So we'll see how that ends up going for the quarterfinals of SPL. But either way, guys, if you enjoy the content, let me know down below. Check out my boy CBad as well. He's absolutely excellent. And I'm excited to start this off, so let's just get right into it. I love a hit from Iron Bundle, which is why I like this Pokemon a lot. Maybe they lead off with Quillfish as a lead. They have Crest as well, which can be annoying with Thunder Wave, so I definitely want to be careful around that. I do have the SD Fling Big Nugget, though, to deal with Crest. I wonder if Envy's watching. Splashing Man, that is Cresselia. Alright, so immediately a Cresselia lead. Tells me a few things. Could be Calm Mind, could be dual screens. I think what I want to do is, if I U-turn turn 1 and they get up screens, that's not the end of the world. I'm going to U-turn turn 1. I can get an Azelf, I can get up screens, see what we do from there. Any key bear? It is Rocky Helmet. Okay, so good to know that Cresselia's Rocky Helmet's actually in range already of my attack. Of my SD Fling Big Nugget, so that'll be nice. Like that literal U-turn damage puts it 100% in range of Fling Big Nugget, so that's cool. Let's see what happens here. So it does go for Thunder Wave turn 1. Good play. Fantastic play there. I think what I want to do is try and get up a Reflect if possible. So knowing that they have T-Wave, next time I SD, I actually do KO that thing. That's also really defensive. Like super, super, super defensive. Based on that. Alright, so they should switch. Reflect Up helps me out with Ogerpon, helps me out with Quillfish. There's Ivy Cudgelmon. Let's see if I'm able to get up a Reflect. We are able to get up a Reflect, which is perfect. Absolutely perfect. So what I want to do here is actually just get up my Stealth Rock. Yeah, we'll get up Stealth Rock. That'll help me out versus Iron Bundle. That'll help me out versus Pincurchin. They end up going for Knockoff, which is no big deal. And they crit me immediately. That's a little bit unfortunate. I mean, that's more than a little bit unfortunate. I don't get rocks in this game. Alright. I don't get to know if they're Adamant or Jolly as well. Based on that, so. Alright. Technically, I should have Draco this turn, but I kind of like going out to this Pokemon first. And just clicking the Poison Jab. They may end up going for U-turn if they have it. That really sucks, man. No Light Screen either. Alright, cool. So he lets me pick up the KO on Ogerpon. He expected me to not be Scarf. I actually barely missed out on the KO. Would have been great to get up Rocks that turn, which means he has HP investment as well. But good start, 99%. U-turn. I doubt they have Trailblaze. Me revealing I'm Scarf. I do have that Reflect Up, so I'm not... I mean, it's not the end of the world. I just don't get up a Light Screen in this game where, you know, or at least I don't get up rocks for bundle, which is really whack. I can beat Crest though, I believe, with my Torterra, so we'll see what ends up happening. Also, Crest isn't the end of the world for me. Tummy Man is Dawn Fan. I'm assuming you knock here or get up rocks. I'm just going to go hard Quavo and use it to try and break. Like I'm at this point where I'm in a really bad spot early on. And no rocks to see if this was heavy duty boots. Nothing to kill the other mon. So we're going to just try and bring ourselves back in with this. My fling Big Nugget is gone, unfortunately. But that's okay, as that is not the end of the world. I'm going to SD up here because I do have Reflect Up. He does find out I have a Big Nugget, obviously. If I can break Crest, I'm still in a really good spot, though, so I'm going to go for that. Especially because my, this is the Crest, yep. Plus, I can miss Thunder Wave as well at the end of the day. Do I want to go for the damage here with Quavo? I feel like it's kind of worth it, right? It's +2. It's a 2-shot. Psychic won't kill me. And they can miss as well. Yeah. I do. I really do. I couldn't go Dragapult. That was obviously we're going to knock, but I didn't have a switch in anyway. I didn't want to go Thunderous as well because I kind of need it in order to take on Iron Bundle. If possible, it's going to be close, right? But I can't fling a Big Nugget. They do end up switching out. Interesting. On the Aqua Step. Ooh, okay. That's good. I'm good with Ogerpon being gone. I'm absolutely okay with Ogerpon being gone. Hell yeah. Alright, so we get rid of Ogerpon there. Beautiful. I'll take it. That's +3 now on my Quavo as well. That is +3 on Quavo. So we're in a decent spot. We're in a decent spot. We have +3 attack and +1 speed, which means I'm actually going to be faster than Crest most likely. I'm not sure if he expected me to go out to Torterra that turn and try and Shell Smash or do something. And he wanted to hit me, but I'll gladly just take what kill I can get, you know, at this point. I don't know if Pincurchin ends up eating this hit. But there is a world where I'm faster as well than the, yeah, there's Crest again. Figured. Perfect. I'll take it. I'll take it. This is going to help out Torterra. I will take it. Let's go for another Aqua Step. I'm +3. This does to a KO. And again, if they do miss a Thunder Wave, a little bit of justice. Oof, that almost KO'd. Did I get a crit? They did miss Thunder Wave, but a little bit of justice there. But getting rid of that Mon also really puts me in a good spot. I'll just go for another Aqua Step here. We'll pick up KO after KO after KO if we can. I really think that's just the play. And I'm still decently fast. Like, I'm faster than Donphan. I'm faster than Pincurchin. Nice. So we get rid of Crest. Perfect. 2 giant threats gone. Now, Pincurchin could come out. Pincurchin could definitely come out. Or they could go out to Bundle, which I think is a good play as well. My Reflect is gone, which doesn't matter too much. They do have Donphan still in that, but Reflect I don't think matters too much. How much is my Thunderous at? I want to check that, because I did take the Rocky Helmet hit. Yeah, I did take a Rocky Helmet hit. We'll see. If they end up going Pincurchin, I'm debating if I go Thunderous on the attack, just to get the Volt Absorb back to ideally full HP so I can knock out Iron Bundle. Iron Grandpa comes out though, so that's definitely Bundle. We do not see a booster. I'm assuming they're going to Freeze Dry. Ice Beam, I'm at 301 HP. Iron Bundle. Choice Specs Iron Bundle with Timid cannot knock out my guy, and with Modest it can't get a speed boost, so it actually still also can't. So I'm gonna let them Freeze Dry me here. Yeah, I'm gonna let them Freeze Dry me here. I have no other play. There's a Freeze Dry. Perfect. Nice. So they get some. We KO'd 2 giant threats, which I'm very happy about. And now I think this is a Dragapult angle. This is definitely a Dragapult angle, I feel. This should be a Dragapult angle. And what I'm going to do is actually... I think I just Dragon Pulse. I think I definitely just Specs Dragon Pulse. AKOs if they stay in. I'm assuming they go Pincurchin or they go Overcool. I mean Coolfish, sorry. I'm assuming one or the other. Yeah, there's the Terrain. I'm not sure if they're going to be Terrain Extender versus Eject Button, but I'll get my beautiful chip on them. Lovely. They're not Eject, which is nice. I'm actually going to go out into my Thunderous here, because I want to keep this Mon safe. Into the, basically I want to expect them to, like, just in case they want to Sucker. If they Memento, that's fine too. Thunderous, Discharge. But if they want to try and Thunder Wave me as well. They do Memento, which is fine. Are they special attack boosting or speed? I'm okay with Pincurchin going down though. So they do have potentially Terrain Extender here. At -2, Thunderous does 71-85. Yo, I really wish I got Rocks, because if this is Specs, like, I would be in such a good spot versus the Iron Grandpa. Let's see if it's speed boosting or special attack boosting. It's speed. Trying to think what's best. 297. So it has to be Timid. Specs Ice Beam kills this. Yeah, it has to be Timid to be speed boosting. I think I can afford to sack you. I think I can afford to sack you, yeah. I agree. I think I do. Because I need to not be -2. I like the idea of having Intimidate for Quill in the back, but I don't know if that's the play. There's an Ice Beam. It is Choice Specs. Only way it knocks me out there. Torterra, if I Tera Electric, Ice Beam. +2 SPL. 30 to 35 actually doesn't KO me in worst case scenario, but Thunderous does live this Ice Beam. Yeah, Thunderous does live this Ice Beam. The max it can do is 282 damage. I'm at 301. Cool. So we can live it and knock him out. Yeah, we live it and we knock him out. With Discharge. Provided no crit and no freeze. Yep. EV, baby. Go ahead and give me that Iron Bundle. All right. So again, I could have stayed in if they didn't, if I got a Brox, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Iron Bundle going down is amazing. They still do have Quillfish. I will be going for potential, what's it called? I will be going for potential Discharge pairs versus Quill. Because I think I can just Iron Defense in front of the other Mon. Fishman is Quill. All right, we'll be going for the Discharge here. It is Intimidate, which means it's not Swift Swim, which is pretty good. Just going to go for Discharge. There's a good chance it actually outspeeds me here. But if it does, it means it's a more offensive variant. If it doesn't outspeed me, then it's a more defensive variant. And I get some beautiful damage off on it anyway. Also, I'm thinking that the Donphan does not have access to... doesn't have access to... What's it called? Ice Shard. Otherwise, why would you not go Ice Sharder right there? But I think it makes way too much sense to go Donphan, so... It is Scale Shot. That is really cool. It does lower its defense, though. Which is really nice. I'm assuming it's Evilite. But yeah, it lowering its defense is actually really important. It lowering its defense is really important. We can go out into our Torterra here. And it is time to Tort. I guess I just Tera. An Iron Defense. Yep, Tera and Iron Defense. They can't crit me. Barb Barrage wouldn't do much. They can't switch either if I'm Bullet Seed or anything, so... Again, them not being able to crit me is really big. Me being Fizz Def is huge here. Quill. Swords Dance. They do Tera themselves. I'm assuming it's maybe Tera Bug? Is it Tera Bug? Wait, I was not paying attention to their Tera. Either way, I go for Body Press, right? Regardless of what they do, I go for Body Press. They don't do a lot to me anyway. Gunk Shot does 33 to 39. Oh, they Tera Poison. Actually, they can do a good chunk more. Oh, they did nothing. That's my boy, young Torterra. Wait, is that Tera Ghost? Oh, of course it's Tera Ghost. Wait, no, is that Poison or Ghost? That's Poison. It doesn't have Ghost as an option. It's Poison. It's Poison. It's Poison. It's Poison. Yeah, that's one Gunk Shot. One Gunk. That's Poison. Surely that... it looks poisonous. Let me just Google. Alright, yeah, he switches. Perfect. Perfect. Draft. Doesn't have Ghost as an option anymore, right? He got rid of that. It's Poison. Yeah, it's Poison. Cool. Alright. So he can't crit me. Which is nice. Donphan. Offensive utility. Earthquake does 33 to 39. If it's anything better, I'm good too. We just Iron Defense again. Poison. He could have counter and try and outplay. Bulldoze doesn't really mean anything. Me being slower doesn't mean crap. Bulldoze also did 351 to 375. So that does nothing. That means he has no attack investment. So he means he's probably really defensive. Bulldoze. Yeah, that's like no investment. Just gonna body press. Yeah, he knocks off. Perfect. Okay, so now we win the game even if my opponent is counter now because I break it. Perfect. 2 KO. I have no reason not to get another Iron Defense at this point. He cannot crit me because of my ability. I think this is AV to deal with Dragapult. So yeah, he cannot crit me because of my ability. And now that I am +6, all I got to do is body press the Quill. Any defensive, +6. Tera, poison. I mean, he could have Endeavor still, but that doesn't make a difference anyway. I just body press. Yep. Pull. Awesome. And all I got to do is body press twice the Quillfish, and that should be a good game. Yeah, shout out to Matt for this Torterra set. I was thinking about this Torterra set, and I was like, yo, it's pretty cool. And it definitely worked in Mox. Made some EVs that helped out. The game didn't go how I thought it would. And it should be over because, again, this thing cannot crit me. It absolutely cannot crit me. But I think he was, and that doesn't matter either. This thing absolutely cannot crit me because of my shell armor ability. Freaking amazing Pixelmon. Yeah, I can SD up all at once. But it not only does it have to SD, it has to boost its speed while SDing. And also, it has to take this twice, which it doesn't. So it can never crit. And we're going to be able to 2 KO with body press. And your boy has made it to semifinals. That is my 3rd semifinals appearance in 3 draft leagues this year that I've played. Oof. That's 3. He didn't miss anything either, but yeah, you can't crit. He's gonna do a good chunk. Never mind, I lied. Man, Iron Defense, Body Press, Torterra, the Max Spadef Thunderous, EV specifically to take on Bundle. Woof. That was a good game. Again, definitely didn't go how I thought it would. If it was AV Donphan, it would have been a little bit easier. He could have been counter Donphan, which is why I wanted to hit him early. Now that I think about it, no, it was still better for me to go for another Iron Defense because he could have been like Choice Band. Yeah, Choice Band would have been 2 KO, but if he was max speed Choice Band, yeah, if he was like if he had more speed than me and he was like a Choice Band all offensive Donphan, I mean, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me just because he doesn't have Ice Shard, right? No, he wants to use that to set up Quillfish. It makes sense. He probably does have Ice Shard, but he wants to use that to set up Quillfish. Yeah, that was an awesome game. We were able to all the sets put in work except for the Fling Big Nugget. But I had to bring it in. Like, at that point, I had to, right? What I would have done in front of Donphan was I would have gotten up Stealth Rock in front of Ogerpon. And then, when Azov died, and then used Dragapult to pivot after that. He actually had a lot of HP as well on his... I gotta check this. We're going to talk, obviously, do an interview. Please check out Chase as well, guys. But, yeah, your boy makes it to another one. Let me check how much Ogerpon had. Yeah, Ogerpon had a good chunk of it. He must have been Adamant or just enough speed to outspeed Thunderous. So, and I got like a lower roll at that point. But I'll talk to him. If you guys did enjoy, though, make sure you let me know. Make sure you leave a like and sub to the channel. I'm on my way to 500,000 subs. And that means that there's like the groundhog, bro. One more day. One more week of Draft League content on this channel, which will be next week. No idea who I'm going to face. Pretty sure it's... Actually, I'm pretty sure it's the winner of Viz and Mephisto? Question mark. Because it's MV and Vivid playing, and they would play Thomas or Uzi. Yeah. So I play the winner of Viz and Mephisto. But hope y'all enjoy it. Your boys made it semifinals. I'll hit up CBad, of course, to do the interview right now. And also, if you guys didn't know, I did restock some Meteor Burst in the US. So if you want to pick it up, use code AIM. Pick it up now. It's my flavor. It's hydration. Has 0 caffeine. It tastes real good. It tastes like Skittles. And if you want to get anything from Advanced UG, though, anything else, like there are some caffeinated products, so 18 plus. And also, we have some in the UK that we restocked as well. So there's about 32 jars in the UK if you guys want to pick that up. But yeah, I'll see you in a sec. I'm going to call Chase. So I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, CBad, my absolute GOAT. I love Chase, guys. Like, he is one of the greatest people out there. And as I mentioned in the beginning, like, he made it to playoffs of a draft league after, and he had to 6-0 to get here, by the way. He had to 6-0 to get here in his final week, and he did it. He 6-0'd in his final week, and he made it to playoffs of a draft league after years of taking time off. Chase, please, just talk. They have to hear your voice. Just talk to them. Please
listen,
talk to them.
I got to talk to the people. Listen, if you're listening to my voice right now, don't go spoil anything on my side of the video, because I was definitely talking that good stuff at the beginning of my team builder. And you know what? I got humbled.
Wait,
but it's okay.
Wait, you were talking that? Oh, whoa, that loud? What happened?
I was doing the team builder and I was hyping you up. I was like, Joey's on his way to 500K. I was like, you go subscribe. Then I was like, you know what? go subscribe to Joey until I get in a showdown live on his channel. Then you can go subscribe over to his channel.
It's like
now that I got humbled, I'm okay now.
We were supposed to do the Gigantamax series. That ended up not happening. And
then we had the card one.
The card one as well. That ended up not happening. We did do marathons together.
We did do marathons. It's always been nice handing off at 4 in the morning, making you dino nuggets.
You go, and sometimes you stuck around. Sometimes I stuck around, and I legitimately love Chase, guys. He's great, and we'll do a shout out. I don't really care, bro. I mean, he has a lot of draft content coming up as well. Like his SPL season 1 run might have ended right here, which just means he can be with his family next week, which is nice. We give that up during draft.
Won't be around on my son's first birthday. Yeah. Like, hold on, I gotta go play a draft league.
We fast family during draft. It's really it's great. We
really do. The day that today has been breaking the fourth wall. The day that today has been, I was like, all right, I gotta go play Joey now. Okay.
Sorry. Wife.
All right.
Sorry, Liz.
Sorry.
No, bro. I had to take my girl to the mall and buy stuff. So then, all right, I'm gone after 9. Peace. And then I lie on my couch, and you know how I am, perpetually tired, but I power through it. But if I sit down for too long, I'll fall asleep. So I set like 5 alarms, 9:10.
Oh, you have
9:15,
to. You have
9:25, or I will just drop. But then that little 5-minute power nap is the best thing ever for me.
Yeah, oh no, that's the key. That's the key, is just getting like a 5 to 10 one in and then going, because anything more than that, I'm just like, I'll write off the rest of the day.
Literally,
so you have a meeting with the president this afternoon.
I don't sleep at night, but if I fall asleep on the couch, don't talk to me. It's over.
Game over. Game over.
It's over. But yeah, we play Pokemon today, and we'll definitely do a showdown live. You guys will see Chase for sure. Legacy League is the next league of SPL, where we're trying to bring back people who were with draft from the beginning. I cannot name any other names, but Chase is obviously one of the OGs of draft. We have a few people. We have a good list, and this will be like the first branch of that for DLC 2. And then this is something I want to do in the future as well to get even more. Like, there's a lot of OGs that were not able to make it, so there's a lot of people I want to make. Chase definitely, though, one of the GOATs. And the reason I wanted you to be in this as well is because, you did my speed draft. You're a GOAT for saying yes for that, by the way. And you did extremely well.
Dude, speed draft was so fun. Speed draft's such a great concept. Like, I need those weekly. That is such...
They're going to happen.
We've talked about it before. That gets just enough of my itch out to be like, all right, I'm good for a few weeks.
Yeah, legit. So, like, the issue is that regular draft takes an extra, like, it's an extra video on top of everything, because obviously it takes like prep and time, and then another video for Pedro to edit that's a little bit harder than my shorts or my intros. Like, even shorts have taken a step back because I've been doing intros on my stuff. But then with DLC 2, it actually works out perfectly because somehow we got the timing right, where this draft league ends on the 17th, so the weekend DLC 2 comes out, so I can start focusing on all that, get that Sunday back as a different thing. But yeah, I want to. Speed draft is really fun, and it was probably one of the coolest things I did on my stream, so I'm very happy about that. But what was your thought process going into this game? I will tell you, I don't know if you saw my reaction to watching your game live on stream last week, but I was kind of terrified and scared about playing you because the way you played was like when I play with my friends in call and I say, watch this play, and it works. Those rare moments. Because I'm looking at this game, I'm like, okay, Chase has a really decent matchup of what he has. He has a very switch. Oh no, he's just going to stand and click Choice Specs Hydro Pump on a double and kill it. Oh no, he just Choice Specs Hydro Pump the Rillaboom or Ice Beam the Rillaboom that could have Grassy Glide killed him and just killed it. I was like, crap. This is gonna cook me.
This man plays like a monster.
Yeah.
No, so I haven't had a chance to watch that yet. I've been playing catch up on my draft content, but no, going into this matchup, honestly, there were a few things that I was afraid of. So Dragapult obviously outsped everything, and I said it in my team builder that you can run Scarf Thundurus and Specs Dragapult or vice versa. One of them is going to be easier to deal with. The other one's I'm just gonna have to pretty much sack something when it comes in, because I don't have a Dragapult resist unless it is X Special Defense, Eviolite, Hisuian Quillfish, quite honestly, or hopefully you don't run Dragon Stab and I bring Hydreigon, something like that. So I was really afraid of Dragapult. I was very shocked, and I didn't get a chance to say this for the interview, so this will be live react. I was super shocked. I over-prepped probably for Unaware Clefable and Heatran.
So they
those were coming.
They were on. I'll actually show you another version of the team that I had, and I also had a version with Appleton as well, with both Heatran, Clefable, and Appleton on some versions of the team had the ability shield, so they could ignore Mold Breaker from Ogre.
For sure.
So those are things. My issue with that is that I kept getting cooked by Iron Bundle every single time. Like even my Appleton, because like I have to like Tera Grass or Fairy. If I Tera Fairy on the Apple, yeah, I resist the Ice Beams, but the Hydro Pumps get scary from Iron Bundle. And if I Tera Grass, I actually tank the Hydro Pumps and the Ice Beam all right. But then I was running Iron Defense with it as well. And Mr. Ogerpon just was really strong. I would go +2 Iron Defense and get 2-shot. And plus this dude has a high critical hit ratio with this stupid Ivy Cudgel.
Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Yeah. No, I love I really do love the offensive pressure that those two put on each other. Going into this draft, I was like, yeah, Iron Bundle's pretty good. And then the Ogre was there, and I was like, I literally haven't downloaded the DLC yet. Sure, let me draft this one. It looks cool.
Happens to be the most broken one.
And I've been, no, absolutely the most broken one. I'm floored by, and you know what? I probably wouldn't have grabbed it if Drew didn't get the water one first overall. And I was like, oh, there's something to these guys. And I looked into the fire one. I was like, Mold Breaker's pretty cool. Not too much have that.
Yep.
And I'd probably draft this exact same offensive core again. I would just really put more emphasis on hazard removal.
I'll be honest. I think did you miss any Hydro Pumps this season? Maybe one, right?
I hit more than I missed.
Yeah, okay, I remember that specifically. So in the previous Draft League PPL, I had the choice of getting, my first 2 picks, I ended up picking Annihilate plus Samurott, but I could have gotten Iron Bundle plus Garchomp, which is an insane offensive core, right? But my only issue with Bundle is in a meta game where it can't Tera, I was so scared to click Hydro Pump every week, because otherwise your option is Chilling Water, right? Like, and if you can't Tera, you can't use Tera Blast Water, Tera to like...
Unless you're that one guy that said run Surf on Iron Bundle, which his Iron Bundle must just be special.
That was one of the greatest comments of all time.
Just, hey, if you don't want to miss Hydro Pumps, listen, brother. No, I completely agree. I think that's probably the only drawback is that you have to run Hydro Pump. You do have to run that, and you have, if you're a gambling man, 80% of the time, you're fine.
Yeah.
20% of the time happens way too much.
Yeah, legit. I think I loved your offensive core of this. I think the only thing I would have done different, and the thing is, you even had it. You had spikes on Quillfish, but it was such a great Tera captain that sometimes you don't want to click spikes, right? You want to use it offensively. We saw what you did in the season, and I'm just thinking about maybe I added clips to this. I don't think I have time because I'm not going to be here. But like we saw what you did in the season with the agility, Quillfish just straight up winning, right? Because of Tera, right? Like if that had set up spikes, it could have been a different game versus Viv,
right?
Versus Viv, excuse me. So like. This mon sucks, bro. I'm sorry. Like Pincurchin, I love Pincurchin.
Why did you switch? Did you not want me to get a free switch in a bundle when it was Dragapult versus Pincurchin? Were you fearing like a Sucker Punch or something?
So it was 2 things: Sucker Punch, cheeky discharge, so that way I can get back to full, yeah, that was the big one. Sucker Punch. I didn't really care if he Memento did anything like that. I just didn't want to be in with that mon basically. Versus Bundle, because then that forces me to sack him on. Whereas if Thunderous is in, I don't sack him on. But because of the Memento,
that Thunderous set is
you like it? Like
my jaw. You're sassy Thunderous. Okay, when I outsped you already and went for that, I was like, what are we doing here? Like, I was floored. I was quite literally floored. I thought about going for a Swords Dance in front of Thunderous, and then that might have been a little bit different if I, depending on the discharge roll. Or
discharge.
But that was that. My jaw dropped. I was like, Iron Bundle's got this. Like, we're going to clean up real quick. Few choice specs, Ice Beams pop off. We're fine. And then it lived on like 10. And I was like, how?
Yeah, it was a guarantee live too. It was beautiful. So like this guy was my, so again, this was the Pokemon that was originally like in Appleton. This was originally on this team. I think there was a Heatran on this version of the team. Basically a lot of things changed. Like I brought Fling Big Nugget versus you because, well, big shout out to Envy. But it's 130 base power. It actually kills Crest. Like at +2, kills Crest. You knocked it, obviously. I had no choice because I couldn't get up like a Stealth Rock and then like a Suicide Boom or anything because my boy got smashed. But the thing about Thunderous was like, it was supposed to be before I had this Torterra set, because I had Shell Smash, regular Torterra on it, bulkier, but with like Sewer Power, Headlong Rush, Terra Blast. Before I had this, I was like, oh, okay, Raichu's a little bit scary. And then I was running Calcs and Raichu's Life Orb Psychic did 24%. And I was like, huh. That's pretty cool. And my U-turn from just a sassy nature does like 70%, right? And if you Tera Fairy, Sludge Bomb, 2 KOs and I beat it. And also Raichu is basically like, Crest is like the only mon that's a threat for this Torterra. And that's only if it's Calm Mind. Because otherwise I can stall out. Obviously you had Rocky Helmet, so it makes it, I actually take too much damage. But I can stall out most hits because Body Press is doing a +6 to a max 25 to 30%. So this will take about 35 ish. So I'd be able to stall out the Moonlights. And that's why my Scarf Overquote, which originally had Liquidation here, I put Toxic on it because I was like, oh, cool. I get a little Toxic off. This guy, another guy, by the way, continuously crit by Ivy Cudgel. It's EV to take 2. Every time this Mon came in, it died. Every single time. But I was hoping. I
really liked it. I really liked the fact that it was Scarf. I didn't think it was gonna be Scarf.
I was really hoping you'd try and U-turn on it, which
that did catch me off guard. I was like, oh, okay. And I thankfully, because I ran a little bit of a bulkier overpower, I was able to take it. But my God, first off, I was shocked I took that poison jab. Quite honestly, your max attack adamant.
Yeah.
That's a little bit mind blowing right there. But I really did like the Scarf Overquill. That's some very nice tech.
Yeah, just like 101 min to like no bulk, and I figured, okay, so he's either gonna go Jolly with enough speed for Thunderous or Adamant and just forgo that speed tier completely because you have Iron Bundle, right? Which is a great. I mean, I think that's the way you should look at draft, right? You can't have a Mon try and do too much, right? This Mon needs to outspeed my Quavo and then just cook my team. And this stupid Mold Breaker with its, I was scared that it would be around at the end, but that's why I went Overcool over like Dragapult, because I felt like if I went Dragapult on this, you'd hard switch, right? You hard switch, you probably end up sacking Pincurchin and then giving out the Iron Grandpa. So that's why I went Overcoil. I was like, okay, it looks like I just want to get up spikes, right? That's what I assume from your scenario. It looks like I want to get up spikes. It's also a Pokemon that can take a hit. Let me see if I can get a Scarf Poison Jab off and then do something from there. But yeah, I just figured Thunderous was cool to live every hit, and then
yeah, it's so wild.
I like this.
I thought Quackball was about to put me down. I had to. So when you were talking about hyping yourself up over the Quillfish,
okay,
I was like, I'm sitting here calculating the damage to Cresselia. I'm like, all right, it's Adamant, we're looking good. And then I bring an Iron Bundle, and I'm like, if he's Jolly a +4 paralyzed, we're like, I still lose. Like this is game or +3 paralyzed if you were Jolly at max speed.
Yeah.
If you broke through paralysis, it was game over.
Yeah.
I was like, well, we got a hope here. And I mean, I just sat there for a minute and was like, here's Freeze Dry. I'm gonna wait for this to go and hope this works.
No, it was.
I love Quackball. That was very scary in prep.
It's such honestly. A cool Mon, dude.
The Aqua Step, like looking at your team and drafting that second overall, probably again being first back in draft league after 3 years. A lot of the Mons, like I said, but Drew's first pick. A lot of these Mons going first or second. I was like, okay, like interesting. I like Aqua Step and Moxie is so crazy, and the fact that it also gets like set up to like Swords Dance. I'm assuming it gets like bulk up as well.
Bulk up as well. Roost,
crazy.
Rapid Spin. Yeah, it's like one of those Mons that like accidentally sweeps a lot. When Envy had it last season in PPL, he kind of just swept a lot of people accidentally, and that's why I wanted it. It's one of those Mons that like I don't think I've used it as great. I had a really good sweep versus Uzi with weakness policy under screens, but like in this game specifically, it's just supposed to beat Crest. So it did its job, right? Obviously, it got paralyzed, and it could have done a little bit more, but in this game specifically, it's just supposed to beat Crest because that's all Torterra really needs to win. But I really want to fling Big Nugget at you. But yeah, it's one of those Mons where it's so surprisingly bulky as well. 85, 80, 75 doesn't look good, but it'll live a super effective hit on like 2%, 10%, right? This Duck is scary. Also, Aqua Step, like it's just one of the Mons I've always wanted in draft, and I'm happy that it got Ice Spinner and Knockoff this time too. Like it's just so, and Flip Turn, it's just so nasty. I feel like this is a Mon you'd freaking love drafting. Like this plus Ogerpon feels like so cool.
I've definitely been thinking about like what to do come next season. Ultimately, whatever comes back in DLC 2 and with move tutors and all that fun stuff, you know, opening up other TMs for some of these Pokemon could change my thoughts. But I've definitely, what were we talking about earlier? Like Galarian Weezing. Like that's Pokemon never on my radar until this season, and I'm like, well, maybe you know,
little. So I had Galarian Weezing right in back when there was no Golden Go. I freaking loved it every week. I loved it. I just made it live a hit, and then it just defogged or Strange Steam. But I also planted that in chat, and I can say this now because they're gonna play in 20 minutes. Was because I'm trying to make sure that what's it called? That Vivid doesn't bring hazards versus Envy. So that way Envy doesn't have to worry. That way Envy doesn't have to worry about Sticky Web, because you know draft is about layers. So. I put that in the SP. So for everybody wondering, what the hell did this guy do? I didn't do anything evil. Leo said I had no idea. I mean, I'm Mega even learned Swords Dance. I said I need to draft a Galarian Weezing. Just had some dude defog on my Golden Go, and I lost because failed to kill since no spike. The ability is Shiest. And basically that was code for Vivid. Don't bring Sticky Web versus Envy because he could have default Galarian Weezing.
God.
I can say that because, I mean, unless you say that, that would suck. But like, who cares at the end of the day, right? Everybody's already locked in with it. They're playing in 15 minutes. Like, he's not gonna change his entire team at that point. But yeah.
Hey, listen. When we were talking before game, I was like, I gotta fix the team or whatnot. I had a team built last night. This was originally Assault Vest Don fan. Quillfish was Magnet. Terra Fairy Raichu. I mean, there are some changes that went on. I mean, I thought about what was the set that John and I were talking about? Floatstone Don fan for like the grass knot. Like there was some changes that were happening. So he definitely could have.
John is in Pokemon, John?
Oh no, my boy Helios.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I've seen Floatstone Gastrodon not get to a kill by grass knot. I'm sorry, smack my mic. That won't be a problem soon. Shout out to Chase. Shout out to Chase.
So definitely like Rindo Berry, I just figured was the best way to go about it. And then Bulldoze, there's so many fast mons. Like if I could live a hit from, with this build, like Specs Dragapult and get off a Bulldoze or something like that, being able to come back in with, Iron Bundle or depending on speed tiers.
No, it could be game winning. I agree
sure.
completely. It could literally be. It's like running GUI on a Pokemon or anything like that. It's definitely game winning. Obviously in this case, if you had Earthquake max attack, it wasn't beating Torterra because it can't be crit. It only does like 33. Unless you were choice band, then the second iron defense saves me. But no, I like the Don fan, and I think it was very smart that you didn't bring it out on Thundurus because I'm also thinking, oh, okay, cool, he doesn't have Ice Shard, but no, just because the scale shot set was so sick, like I absolutely love this. I
went through like so the original plan was, like I said, I really over prepped for Clef. My original plan was this is time to set up in front of Clefable. I take a Thunder Wave for Clefable's gonna go down here. I might as well Thunder Wave if he tries to set up. So I have the Lumberry go for a Swords Dance. Terra Poison Gunk Shot knocks out max HP, max defense Clefable every time.
Jesus.
Something else comes in. I go for a Scale Shot and I start to set up and just kind of go from there. So that was where this came in. I don't know if. I even said in the team builder, if people are in the comment section saying like Raichu should have been the case here, it really was a toss up at the end of the day. And especially once your team is fully revealed, especially with the Torterra, I don't think
Raichu was an auto loss. And like this at least gives you a chance to like poison and hit me hard. Raichu literally always, unless you're a Nasty Plot Encore.
Right.
Which I mean, I guess you could be.
There was a oh my gosh, what was the set? There was a set I was tossing around. It was like Thunderbolt Psychic, Terra Blast, Skill Swap for Unaware Clefable.
Ooh.
There were for especially for like Volt Absorb Thundurus, being able to skill swap that. And
that's so cool. And then take it as well. That's so cool.
And there was a few iterations of things that.
And then I get Surge Surfer and I Sludge Bomb it. Let's go.
But there was just so many iterations. I mean, I sat with just Iron Bundle, Pinkerton, and Ogerpon on my screen for like 30 minutes and was like, what do I do? I feel
like these were a given for you too. Like I feel like
the Pinkerton and the Iron Bundle, I was like, all right, the choice specs with this set, I'm gonna get the speed boost, but I still absolutely rock hard with the choice specs. Like we'll be good. Ogerpon always claims one pretty much in any matchup. It's just depending on which 4 moves you want to run on it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, all right, now I need to switch into things. Which 3 Pokemon do I bring? And it was there was an Ockaberry Klefki on there at one point. Nasty Plot, Terra Normal, Swift Persian really did a lot of stuff to your team.
Ooh.
With Snarl in the background. I mean, yeah, there was. I was cooking, and I was at the end of the day. I was like, let's go a little bit more standard. Like Quillfish, a little bit out of the ordinary, but I don't want to go too crazy. And bring like Persian to the battlefield in the semifinal or quarterfinals.
I mean, also like Terra Fairy Fake Out Player Off was pretty cool into my team too. So I mean, I get it. So that's kind of like my same scenario, right? Like obviously this Thundurus was the GOAT in this game, but I even said it. I think
I've never seen anybody run a sassy Thundurus. That's just so mind blowing. My jaw dropped, and I'm still picking it up.
I needed the extra U-turn damage. Like I really like it. Even mattered versus Crest to guarantee. Well, you're not yours specifically, but like a super defensive Crest. It's like guarantee the big nugget kill. But like I was saying at that team preview, I was like, I am 0-3 with Thundurus in games right now. And not that it's like not done anything. It's been really good in my games, but I've lost every game that I've brought Thundurus. Like,
oh no!
So this finally breaks that. For me, which is cool because yeah, this Mon. I think this Mon is so cool. I think all of them are.
Oh, it's always been fun. I think I used it back in like like hidden power days, like Gen 7.
Yeah.
Probably it was probably the last time I used it. It's such a fun mon. It's got so much coverage.
Is there any mon that you saw someone specifically use, besides like Quavo from this team, that someone specifically used this season that you think, or that you really have your eye on? Like really have your eye on?
Oh my god. Hisuian Arcanine.
Oh, that mon's so cool.
That it's the same thing as like Ogerpon. You just come in and you claim one. Like it's so gross. That one was really cool. I love watching Drew use that. I love the idea. I love the concept of Monkey Dory. I was really prepping for it in my battle against Struggle King.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to use that one. I think it just hits like 130 special attack, 110 speed. Like it just hits hard.
Yeah,
you know?
feature sets as well. U-turns, being able to poison.
It's
really
crazy,
cool.
Absolutely crazy. Those are the I'd have to let me pull up the Excel doc here. What about you?
Cleavor. Like I wanted to get Cleavor this season as well, but I got first pick and I was like, well, I don't know if I'll be able to get it because I super wanted Torterra. I mean, I did not want Dragon Ball. I got it because I felt like I had to. I didn't want to prep versus it, but I super wanted Torterra and Quavo this season on my team. I wanted Heatran again. I had it last season. It won me the game. It literally won me the season last season. So like, I'm pretty sure it's like 100% because of Heatran. And then I think the other big one is, and this is kind of my regret, like I love lower tier Tera. I feel like it makes everything an even playing field, and it really rewards people who go late in the draft too, because you don't have to worry about, oh yeah, you just lost back Excalibur. Well, who the hell cares when your Thwacky can Tera and beat it 1v1? Right. Yeah. So like I really love lower tier Tera, but when new Pokemon come, like you're saying Hisuian Arcanine, I was like, man, Tera normal E-speed Hisuian Arcanine. But the problem with that is then that opens up, oh okay, well then Ogerpon should be able to Tera too. Oh, okay, Iron Bundle, and I don't want to fight that.
Oh yeah,
right? I don't want to fight that.
I think this league was founded with the right concept with lower tier Tera captains. Obviously this season we've seen some Pokemon that may or may not be on that ban list next season.
SPL 100. Yeah, Torterra for sure.
Some of those Pokemon that have like the multiple setup moves. Like if you can boost 3 stats in one move, I think that might be a little bit much for terrestrializing, but maybe just as a good staple against like some Quiver Dance users. I think we banned Volcarona or not Volcarona.
Venomoth.
Ice one.
I don't know if Venomoth is even in the game. I feel like it is.
What's the
Frostmoth?
Frostmoth. There we go.
Yeah, we
Venomoth,
banned that.
Frostmoth, things like that.
I think Dreadnought can Shell Smash. I think. But nobody wanted it, I think.
Nobody wanted Dreadnought.
I mean, I've had people have it before, and it still wasn't putting in work for them. So, I don't know. It's weird. I feel like as broken as I think Torterra is, and I feel like it is, because in draft specifically, it's like a Dugtrio or Gothitelle. It forces you to prep. Oh, no matter what, it forces you to prep. Right. And I know there's some games I brought SD, some games I just brought Wall. This one, I brought Iron Defense Amnesia, right? Like, it forces you to prep, so I can do whatever I want. But I feel like mons like Espeon, for instance, that have Gengar special attack stat that can just attack.
They're just so nutty. And I think that, like, especially, like, MV went the right way about going for Espeon. And I think that's probably what in hindsight, come Season 2, what I'll probably look to do is, like, get that 9-point Tera Captain and then
get a baby
like,
that's amazing.
Fine. Yeah, you know, like, Persian's fine. You know, Danny has, like, Tera Furret and stuff like that. I think that'd be fine, too.
Yeah.
As opposed to just the 2 7s and the 1 there. I take my answer back. So Hisuian Arcanine is still on there, but I had told you this, and I said in my week 1 matchup, I wanted Walking Wake first overall.
Yes.
And I didn't get it. So that would probably be Walking Wake and Hisuian Arcanine being like the toss-up for
so you would go either Sun or Rain, but it's actually better now at Walking Wake, because a lot of people are like, oh, okay, it's just a Sun machine that you got to use Sun when you use it. But now it gets Flip Turn and Knock Off, and like it's actually a support water too that can disrupt, so it actually got a lot better. So now you being able to get it is a lot better now than it would have been, like, you know, earlier this year. So it's good that you came back around this time.
And that type of stuff too. I mean, even like, yes, you know, it excels under weather, but even just looking at its stats, I mean, still 109 base speed and 125 special attack with that typing. I mean, what, Palkia has that?
Yeah.
Like Kingdra?
Yeah.
Like it's a great defensive typing in my opinion.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. Honest, and they might get more with the DLC as well. Like they might give it some random move that can use.
You got to give it Scald back.
Yeah, I think it does get Scald. Does it not get? Did it not get Scald again? Hold up, let me check this real quick.
Did it get Scald? Oh, it did get Scald back. It's been a few weeks since my week 1.
Yeah, it got Scald as well. Yeah. Like it has Scald, Knock, Flip Turn,
Draco Meteor.
It's Empoleon. It's Empoleon at this point. Right?
It really is. Empoleon. I thought you were gonna get Empoleon. Quite honestly,
I was gonna try and get every single starter. I'll be completely honest. I was trying to get
Infernape?
Yeah,
I feel like what did Infernape get? Like knockoff?
Knockoff, switcheroo, Aurasphere. So it got some decent.
Oh, you don't got to run Focus Blast anymore.
It got some decent options. Like Ape is definitely one of the mons that like I really want to use, but I know I'm not gonna get it because when I have to get it, it's one of those mons I want to get only if it's like round 3 type of thing. But we'll see if I ever get to that.
I think I don't remember what season we played in GBA. I had it in GBA. I had like Infernape and Lottie. Or Infernape and Lottie and Suicune, I'm pretty sure at one point.
Yeah, what a broken team. I'm pretty sure that might have been versus
busted.
me too.
That's stupid busted. No, Suicune's goated. I need Suicune to come back in the DLC.
Yeah.
Rumor has it.
I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't. Who knows though? There are some people saying it's going to come back.
We just need our Calm Mind Rest Sleep Talk Suicunes back, and all of a sudden Draft League is fun again.
and not being able to Tera though, it makes a big difference. And it probably does get Skull, but if it doesn't, that makes a big difference too. And actually dealing. With it
immediately goes down a grade if it loses Skull. Yeah. Like Surf's cool, but
no, this is not Gym 4. We are not caveman. Like we have technology. Let's go. But that's definitely one of the ones I want as well. I don't know. I think in this season though, the lower tier captains that have severely impressed me were Beartic, which I think we underrated like heavily. Like Kyle used it versus MV week 1, and if he got one more hit on his Icicle Spear with loaded dice, he probably just swept immediately. Like
Beartic's a good one.
Like immediately, like with Icicle Spear with the loaded dice, you get what 4 to 5. Yeah. So if he got 5, he immediately won. Like it was crazy, and then also Viz, his Basculin. I feel like we forgot that he could get all 3 of them, so one of them can actually run Eviolite.
Oh yeah, that's disgusting. On the flip side of Viz's thing, I think his Crocolore was better.
Yeah. No,
I think
he ran by that week 1.
Tera Crocolore is absolutely nutty. I just had to keep playing around that and just didn't work out well. I'll tell you who needs a crown is Mephisto's Tera Sandaconda.
Yeah, the little scale shot demon putting in some damn. I think that's the kill leader actually so far.
Is it?
I think it is. I think it's right above Iron Bundle. Iron Valley. I think it has the same exact.
Oh my god, it is because it's been on less games. It's got a +8 differential. Yep. Iron Valley's got 7. That's crazy.
Yeah, been on less games, so it's actually put in work. Absolutely insane.
Iron Bundle and Ogerpon 6 and 7. I'll take top 2 kill leaders.
Yeah, and my goats. I'm my absolute goat. Honestly, you did great though. Like I really, like you said, I would not have. I'm pretty okay with this year because I won 1 draft league this year. So if I lost to you, I'd be like, you know what, go all the way or go fight MV or any. There's a lot. Everybody basically.
I was getting clapped no matter what round I got into. No matter who picked me,
that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. I legit think you had it. I think everybody has a shot as well, and I think you did fine. And I think you played like how you wanted, and I think it was fine too. Like I said, if I wasn't this specific Torterra, you with Tera. Well, if I had Earthquake, that'd be good in this scenario.
Oh yeah, if you had a single like stab move, like a single move other than body press, it was game over. So when you started going for body press, I'm like, so if I get +2 and I crit, and then somehow live a hit from Dragapult, I was like, we can bring it to a 1-0 here really quick.
No, I thought maybe I was like thinking last minute. I was like, what if he brings Tera Bug versus me to resist ground? And
I switched to Bug because I saw Pyrotaz bring a loaded dice Swords Dance Scale Shot Pin Missile Quillfish, and I was like,
I saw that too. I was looking at the same thing on Overquill. I was like, ooh, can I do that with
like if you get a Fell Stinger kill, Tera Bug Fell Stinger into like Scale Shot or something like that, like just game over.
Why does this mon have so many options?
Yeah,
and Tera Bug Fell Stinger goes from 50 to 60 base power as well when you Tera. Like it goes immediately up, which is crazy. Why does this have 40 PP? What monster clicks this move 40 times?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh man, but yeah, it was overall, bro. I appreciate.
Fell Stinger would have been great here if I would have hit the Thunderous with it.
Ooh, the plus.
No, hindsight 2020. Go for the Fell Stinger against it and be like, yeah, sure, this is it right here, +3.
I would have probably had to go Dragapult and just Draco and see what happens. I think it would obviously kill this version.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, but still, that's would be crazy. Oh man, I want this mon too, dude. This is another mon I want. I want this mon and I have Overquill. I wanted both of them. I'll be completely honest. If you didn't take it, I was gonna take both. Like legit, I wanted both of them. I think they're so
Overquill's
cool.
a fire mon. I think I might try Overquill in another season just because I feel like a lot of the defensive backbone that Hisuian Quillfish gets, it relies, same thing with regular, well, not regular Quillfish, but it's regular Quillfish doesn't get the Eviolite, but it relies too much on Eviolite. And I try to avoid those Eviolite users as much as I can because you just get knocked off and it's like, there's like, it's gone now.
Yeah, legit. But, and even, you know what sucks? Quillfish needs to share Flip Turn with Overquill and Hisuian Quillfish. Like
it does.
There's no reason why you have it. I'm sorry, you're a water type, sure. I'm a dark poison type. I caught this thing in the water. I'm pretty sure you were near me. Like, or at least you probably caught it in the water too when you played Legends Arceus. Right? Yep. That's where we get Overquill, right? See? Boy, it has chilling water, Hydro Pump, it can surf, like waterfall, brine, bubble beam. Just
I was hoping for Sucker Punch on this thing when I was building. Like, does it get? I was like, does it get Sucker Punch?
Swords
that'd
that'd
be fire.
Oh my god, just give it knockoff too. Yo,
if it gets everything.
If it gets, yeah, literally, that's how I always am. If it gets anything, give it close combat as well. That's my favorite thing.
You just on God, just give it close combat. I want Meteor Beam on this thing right now. Let's run it mixed.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest though, Mix, I definitely brought Ice Beam into Ice Core. This is definitely the Mon. But yeah, this Mon's really cool. Like I said though, I really did enjoy. Oh no, I'm sorry. I really did enjoy your team this season and watching your run. My favorite games are people who start well and then in the middle it gets a little shaky, but then make it all the way back. And I loved your story. Drew in the PPL as well. He had to beat the #1 seed and he had to win by differential in his last game as well. And then also someone else had to lose, and that's what happened with you as well. You made it to playoffs, and honestly, dude, I really hope you continue some of your content or his content, guys. For everybody watching, please check out Chase's content. It's absolutely amazing. I love it. I love Chase's attitude, the way his cadence, the way he talks, everything about him. He's a good guy. He's a great guy.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, if you want to check it out, we got draft leagues in January. We got Nuzlocke runs. I've been loving the one-shot Nuzlocke runs. So yeah, definitely come check it out. Binge some old draft league content while you're here. It's a good time.
Yeah, so I hope y'all enjoy. Please subscribe to Chase. Anything else you want to say besides what you just said?
Nah, good luck to you. Good luck to you in your next run. Who do you hope you play?
Oh, I actually have to guarantee play a specific person. So for this, it's pick 'em, right? For quarterfinals, it was first 4 gets a pick. For semis, it's highest seed versus lowest seed guaranteed. So basically, right now, it's MV versus Vivid. If MV wins, he has to play the winner of Uzi and Thomas. If Vivid wins, it would be the winner of Mephisto, and Viz would have to play the winner of Uzi and Thomas, and then I would end up playing Vivid, basically. Out of that cadence, who do you want to play next? Well, I mean, you know, as always, my goal is everybody loses and they're switch guys. But Viz, I want my revenge for week 1. That's for sure would be what I would want, my revenge. Okay. I had fun versus Uzi, I had fun versus Thomas. It'd be cool to fight Mephisto as well. I'll get revenge on him too. But because they definitely both beat me. That's about it. Like, I'm go honestly, dude. Like this whole draft league has been some of the most fun for me, and I'm really happy that I was able to host a successful draft league. I feel like it was successful because a lot of people had fun, and I really would not mind anybody winning. I think my #1 person to win obviously is Envy, just because I feel like he deserves a win at this point because he's made it to finals a bunch of times, but not gotten a win on Wi-Fi draft. He's gotten a win on Showdown draft, but he's not gotten a win on Wi-Fi draft. So I would like that. But honestly, there's really anybody. Viz as well is another content creator I love. Like I said, you, Uzi, Thomas, Vivid, shoot, Mephisto. It doesn't really matter at this point, as long as everybody have fun and I get to enjoy the content. But my goal is hopefully to get as far as I can. Right? If I make it to finals, I got the maximum amount of content I can get out of the draft. There you
go. Exactly. You got your maximum investment on this.
Win or lose, doesn't matter. That's finals. But yeah, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed. There's a long interview. My bad. I hope y'all really. If you watched it, what did they say? What did they say down below? Anything?
Oh my God. You put me on the spot here.
Yeah, you could say anything.
Oh my God. If you made it this far, write "I love Grandpa" down in the comment section.
All right. Yeah. Peace, guys.